A lot of preseason hype. You're ranked in the top 25. Do you embrace that pressure, or is it not even really pressure, considering this is a veteran team?
I don't see it as being pressure. Everybody has expectations for their team coming into the season. Even the guys that aren't ranked, the teams that aren't ranked, the teams that are picked last in their conference, things like that. We were picked bottom of last year, and we still had expectations to win the Big Ten championship. So I don't think there's any added pressure or anything like that. I just think you got to go out there and play it on the line, play hard.
You like it? Being ranked in the top 25 gives everybody something to talk about.
I guess something to talk about, but also, it's not one of those things where you like or don't like it. It doesn't really affect our day-to-day, the way we go about our business. We still got to come in and play hard, practice hard. Nothing's going to be handed to us just because we're ranked in the top 25. We were at the bottom of the top 25 at that, so nothing's definitely going to be just given to us or anything like that.
Does it feel like it's taken forever to get to this first game? You're 2 days away. Does the next 48 hours go by slow too?
No, I think actually the last month kind of went by fast. The season kind of came here quickly, especially from August when we first started school. Everything just happened so fast. I still remembering conditioning and all of that. So the next 2 days, I'm not a guy that thinks about things going fast or slow. I just kind of stay the course.
Did you get to play at all or see Carson Edwards play at all when he was up on his official?
Yeah, he played open gym with us. Okay. I think twice. So.
What were your impressions of him?
He's very athletic. He's a very good player. He can shoot the ball. He can score the ball. And he can guard. He can jam. He can do everything that Purdue looks for a point guard to do.
From a quickness perspective and a physical strength perspective, it seems like a little bit of a unique combination.
Yeah, it's kind of how Bryson was. Really strong build, really quick. So, I think just from that perspective, it kind of reminds me of that. But he brings a lot of different things to his game. Like I said, he can really shoot the basketball. And he can play off the dribble. He can get other guys involved and play off the pick and roll. He does a lot of good things. Well, what I saw from the open gyms.
How does some more scoring punch at point guard potentially help this team? I know you won't be here to take advantage of it.
I can't attest to that. I don't know. I won't be here, so that's not my place to speak on it.
Also, I guess in terms of scoring that will help you this year, Coach said Ryan Klein's not going to redshirt this season. What do you see him adding to the mixes you already have?
He can really shoot. So when you got a guy that can really shoot, just him being on the floor, whether he's touching the ball or not, he can really just affect the spacing and affect the floor. And also, he's a smart basketball player. He won some state championships. He knows how to get things done. He's very fluent with things. He can move, he can guard, he can do a lot of different things.
You guys already have some people who can shoot, but he seems like he does it well, on the move, going right up and hitting stuff. Is it different than some of the other guys you have?
He comes off the screens. You can tell he's been coming off the screens for a long, long time. I wouldn't say it's different from many other guys. Kendall comes off the screen still. Dakota still comes off the screens. Vince comes off the screens. So we got guys that can do it. He just does it at such a high level.
Really in practice, we've just been working hard and competing, and I really think once again we can do something special, and I'm more than excited to be a part of this team.
Were you coming through the summer, did you still thinking that redshirting might be the best thing for you long term, and when did you decide you wanted to play this year?
Well, to be completely honest, I kind of just kept an open mind. You really never know with the redshirting. You got a lot of people telling you different things, but you just got to stay grounded. It was more of a family thing to me too. My dad redshirted. He said it was a pretty good thing for him. But when it all came down to it, I felt like it was my decision. I felt like that I did make the best decision. I really do want to contribute this year.
Had you sort of proven to yourself, either the way you were playing or other things, that you could help this team this year right away?
I really feel like I could help this team. Just maybe 2 minutes a game, 10 minutes a game. You never know. Just really what matters to me is just that we get all these wins. Really at the end of the day, all that matters is wins. So that's just what we're really trying to get as a team.
You're cool with playing 2 minutes a game, huh?
As long as we win, I don't care what happens. As long as we win, I don't care what happens.
How do you prepare yourself for that mentally? Because you've been playing the whole game your entire life up until now. Basically, even in AAU, you were still playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's going to be tough. I'm playing maybe those 2 minutes a game would be tough, but I mean, sometimes you got to do what's best for the team. I mean, I go out and play 17, 20 minutes, 25. I mean, it doesn't matter once again. I mean, as long as we win, that's really what matters in my mind.
You mentioned the potential of the team this year, which is part of the reason why you decided not to redshirt. What does it mean that the coaches agree about the potential of this team to go ahead and not redshirt you and not make that long-term decision?
Well, I mean, like I said, I really feel like we can do something special this year. I mean, we've got a lot of weapons around us. We got shooters in Kendall and Dakota. We got those big guys in there that I mean, everyone in the country has to worry about. So I mean, it's just something that I was very excited about, and I really feel like once again I could contribute. And this was just something that I really didn't want to miss out on. I mean, there could be injuries. You never know. So I would have to step up. So you never know what could happen.
What's going through your mind before the first college basketball game of your career? Friday before the game.
Obviously, it's nerve-wracking, but geez, I just can't wait to get out there and experience the feeling. It's definitely going to be a one-of-a-kind feeling.
What makes you a good shooter?
I mean, I just feel like my preparation is kind of like my biggest thing. Just being able to always, you're always down in a stance, ready to shoot the ball, and I mean, geez, once you get that opportunity, you gotta make it. You gotta make it.
Well, everybody knew you could shoot. How do you feel like you've adapted the other parts of your game, things that you had talked about coming in as far as defense, moving, things like that?
I mean, I really feel like defensively, I really feel like defensively, like just like the principles have been obviously hard because I mean high school and college is a big transition, huge transition, especially defensively. But all like the things that the coach Painter's put in my mind and like all the things we do on defense, I really feel like throughout the summer I've improved in those aspects, and I feel like especially from summer to now, like going to that first game, I feel like passing was one of my better strengths that no one really saw. But that was just one thing I was trying to improve on. And obviously shooting, in the exhibition game didn't shoot very well, but I rebounded the ball a decent amount, passed pretty well, had no turnovers. So, I mean, just even though shots didn't go down, I thought I played a decent all-around game.
Basketball game, just a lot of hype around this team. How excited are you for the beginning and for real?
I'm very excited to get out there for the first time and finally get that first achievement in a collegiate game and get a win.
Do you feel like, all the preseason accolades and hype for you and the team, does that put any extra pressure on you, or just you take it in stride, you're used to this kind of stuff?
We just take it as motivation rather than pressuring. We want to meet those expectations and actually exceed them.
Was any nerves for you the other night when you first got out on the floor? Was it different being out in a college game, even for an exhibition, even for a smaller crowd?
No, it wasn't a lot of nerves. I felt like I approached it as any other basketball game and tried to just play hard and just take care of itself.
As the minutes tick down towards tip-off Friday night, there's going to be some energy here, Mackie. It's energy you've probably seen before sometimes. But what's going through your mind as the minutes, tick down towards tip-off?
Just making sure I can do everything as a player to be prepared and make sure everything that I can do possible is done, so I don't have any, regrets going into the game. Feeling like I'm the best player that I can be.
Ryan Cline redshirting, or not redshirting, I should say. It's kind of been a topic of the preseason, I guess, but what does it mean about the potential of this team the coach is thinking about this year and not redshirting him as opposed to his long-term career?
Ryan can help us a lot this year. He's a great shooter, and I feel like coming off the bench or wherever role he fits in by the end of the season, he can contribute to this team a lot.
What have you kind of learned about yourself as a player playing with a true center in your new role?
I like playing with another five and playing with Isaac and AJ. I feel like he allows me to do a lot more things that I couldn't do when I was the biggest guy. So it's just been a learning process.
At the same time, there's times when you're going to have to play the 5 too. What have you learned about playing the post since you got here in the summer?
Well, playing the 5 is what I've always done. So when I play the 5, it's nothing that I can't handle. I feel like.
Offensively, what kind of dimension can you bring to that power forward spot, you feel like?
Just really what the game requires, wherever my mismatch is. If I have a smaller guy playing in the post, have a bigger guy playing on the perimeter, it just depends on my matchup.
You feel like you're playing differently in that role, facing the basket more than you might have in high school? I know you had a lot of chances to face the basket before, but now you're doing a lot more.
Yeah, I face the basket a lot more because I'm playing against taller guys, and when you're playing against shorter guys, you don't need to face the basket as much.
You feel like you're establishing a pretty good chemistry with Isaac and AJ in practice?
Yes, I feel like that.